Namaste viewers. Today I'm before you to present a lecture on peptide bond. Okay. I request everyone to subscribe this channel to support. Now let us go through the peptide bond. A peptide bond is a short polymer of amino acid monomers linked by an amide bond. Okay. The C double bond O NH is the C double bond O NH is the amide bond. Okay. A peptide bond is a chemical bond that is formed by joining the carboxyl group. Okay, this is the carboxyl group of one amino acid to the amino group of another. Okay, during this bond formation, there is a release of water molecule. A peptide bond is usually a covalent bond, that is C double bond O NH bond. Since the water molecule is eliminated, it is considered as dehydration process. Hope you are making note of all this particular whatever I'm giving the information. Okay, in the exam usually you may get the question like for 2 marks peptide bond, or even you may get the question for 5 marks. Okay, now let us go through the chemical bonds involved in protein structure. Primary bond, which is the primary bond, peptide bond is the primary bond. Okay. The principal linkage found in all proteins is the covalent peptide bond, that is CONH. For the first time, it was showed by Fischer in the year 1906. It is a specialized amide linkage where carbon atom of COH group of one amino acid is linked with a nitrogen atom of the amino group of adjacent amino acid. Okay, peptide bond is the backbone of the protein chain or molecule. Now let us go through the stereochemistry of peptide bond. Stereochemistry here, in the sense you are going to understand here the three-dimensional arrangement of atoms or molecules and effect on the chemical reactions. Okay, as you don't have in your syllabus effect on chemical reactions, I'm not dealing that one. Okay, now let us go through the stereochemistry of peptide bond. In the 1930s, Linus Pauling and Robert Corey studied the arrangement of atoms and their bond length of the peptide bond by X-ray crystallographic analysis. X-ray crystallographic analysis is the study of arrangement of atoms in the crystalline solids. Okay, that is a physical measurement of their geometry. Or X-ray crystallography is the study of crystals and their structure by means of diffraction of X-rays or incident X-rays to diffract into many specific directions. Okay, so you can keep in your mind this X-ray crystallographic studies reveal the many characteristics of this particular peptide bond. Okay, this X-ray crystallographic analysis results showed that first character is that peptide bond unit or peptide unit is rigid and planar. Okay, and in this peptide bond you can say trans conformation. Okay, that is C double bond O and next always in the opposite, that is a trans configuration or conformation. And with this peptide bond there is no freedom of rotation, that is about the bond between carbonyl carbon atom and the nitrogen atom of the peptide unit, because this bond have partial double bond characteristics. Okay, that's why there is no freedom of rotation between the C double bond O and NH. Length of this bond is 1.32 angstrom. The peptide bond length is 1.32 angstrom. Okay, then bond between alpha carbon atom and a nitrogen atom, there is a pure single bond. Okay, there is a free large degree of rotational freedom about the bonds on either sides of the rigid peptide bond. It means in the center C double bond or NH bond will be there. On either sides of the C double bond or NH, we can see that the presence of large degree of rotational freedom, and on either sides of C double bond ONH we can see the presence of pure single bond. Rotation about these bonds are designated by the angles, that is psi and pi. Okay, the rigid peptide bonds limit the number of conformations that can be assumed by the polypeptide chain. Okay, now let us go through here structural representation, okay, of stereochemistry of the peptide bond. Here the geometry of the polypeptide chain is determined by a set of rotation angles, and the consecutive angles of rotation are as no, there's a pi, psi, and omega respectively. Here I'm going to show only the pi and the psi. We are not dealing with the omega. Okay, and this is not much important at BSc level, only for your reference I'm giving you. If you are very much interested to study in detail, you can also study about the Ramachandran plot. Okay, here what has happened, torsion angle around amino carbon amino this particular carbonyl alpha carbon atom, we can see the presence of psi, torsion angle around the amino alpha carbon atom, we can see pi. Okay, and the torsion angle around, that is alpha carbon and carboxyl group, this alpha carbon and carboxyl group, you can see psi. Okay, torsion angle between amino and alpha carbon atom, you can see pi, whereas torsion angle around alpha carbon and the carboxyl group, we can see pi rotation. Okay, so our chain will rotate here in this particular direction. A torsion angle, also known as dihedral angle. Okay, and this dihedral angle is formed by three consecutive bonds in a molecule and defined by the angle created between two outer bonds. Okay, the backbone of a protein has three different torsion angles, that is, one is the pi angle, okay, around the amino alpha carbon atom, the psi angle, that is around the that is around the alpha carbon atom of the carboxyl bond. Okay, the torsion angles pi and psi provide the flexibility. Okay, freedom of rotation is only available here because here you can see the pure single bond. Okay, this is the pi angle. Okay, this is the pi angle and this is the psi angle, where you can see the torsion angles here, that is amino alpha carbon atom is the pi, and here alpha carbon atom of carboxyl group, you can see the presence of the psi. Okay, the torsion angles pi and psi provide the flexibility. Okay, both this provide the flexibility for polypeptide backbone to adopt certain fold. Okay, since the third possible torsion angle within the protein backbone, that is called omega, is essentially flat and fixed to 180 degrees. So we'll not discuss that particular omega 1. You just keep this in your mind. Okay. So here you can see the stereochemistry of the peptide bond. This is handwritten structural representation. See, here you can see the structure. Okay, one side will be always with amino group, other side will be always carboxyl group, right? So this is amino group and this is alpha carbon atom. After the alpha carbon atom, you can see the presence of peptide bond, C double bond O NH. Kindly make a note of this one so that you'll be able to understand. First amino group, alpha carbon atom, then side chain, then carboxyl group. Okay, and one of the carboxyl group, it's form the peptide bond with the another adjacent amino group here, then alpha carbon atom. Okay, then again CO. Okay, here CONH, again peptide bond can be seen. Okay, so one end will be always with the amino terminus, other end will be carboxyl terminus, right? And here we can see this is the polypeptide chain, right? This is the polypeptide chain, C double bond O NH, that's the polypeptide bond, right? This is C double bond O NH, this is the polypeptide bond, and this is the polypeptide bond, right? Here you can see the partial double bond, right? You can see here the partial C double bond or NH is there. This is the partial double bonds, okay, which are stable bonds, and here rotation is restricted. And because why this rotation is restricted? Because the resonance of double bond characteristics, there the rotation is restricted. Okay, we can see this as carbonyl carbon atom. Okay, that is the carbonyl carbon atom, this one, and this is the nitrogen atom of peptide bond, where you can see the degree of freedom of rotation here. Okay, this is the alpha carbon atom here, and here you can see the degree of freedom of rotation, because there you can see the presence of pure single bond. Due to the presence of pure single bond, there you can see the freedom of the rotation. Okay, so this angle is known as psi, and this angle is known as this angle is known as pi, and this angle is known as psi. Pi means that is nothing but the torsional angle with the amino alpha carbon atom, and psi angle is the alpha carbon atom carboxyl group is known as the psi angle. Okay. Here also you can see the particular resonance characteristics can be seen here. This is C double bond O NH. Okay, this is the C double bond O NH can be seen. The angle is that is 1.32 angstrom. Okay, hope you are able to understand here. This is the amino group. After that, you have the alpha carbon atom. To the alpha carbon atom, R group attachment. After the alpha carbon atom, one side COONH, right? CON, that's the double peptide bond. Every after alpha carbon atom, you need to connect with the CO double bond by NH, right? C double bond by NH. Always they will exhibit in the trans. Okay, not in the cis, not in the same direction, always in the opposite direction. Trans configuration can be seen. Okay, in this particular C double bond by NH, we can see the for resonance across the peptide bond. Okay, resonance across the peptide bond can be seen in the polypeptide chain. Okay, that is CN double bond character in amide bonds. There you can see the resonance across the peptide bond. In this case, this particular nitrogen is loose pair of electrons. Okay, and here this which pair of electron goes to here, this pair of electron goes to oxygen, and here C and N rotation is restricted. Okay, because of this kind of resonance strengthened polypeptide chain, the rotation is restricted between the C double bond O and H, because they always share. Okay, always share, whereas in the, where you can see the pure single bond, only near the alpha carbon atom you can see the pure single bond, and rotation is possible only here. Only rotation possible here, rotation is possible here, and rotation is possible here, because this peptide bond which is rigid and planar. Okay, and this peptide bond which is more stable, more prominent, zero net charge. Okay, here you can see rotation is possible only with the pure single bond which is present on either sides of the this particular C double bond or NH. So this is the alpha carbon atom. Only near the alpha carbon atom you can see the psi angle and the pi angle. Only here you can see the degree of freedom of rotation. So here you can see this the pi angle and this is the psi angle, right? Here this is C double bond NH. You can see there rotation restricted because of the partial double bond. Okay, peptide bond. Let us go to the peptide bond structure. Peptide bond is a planar, trans, and rigid configuration. It also shows a partial double bond character. The coplanarity of the peptide bond denotes the resonance or partial sharing of two pairs of electrons between the amide nitrogen and carboxyl oxygen. The atom CHNO of the peptide bond lies in the same plane like the hydrogen atoms of the amide group, and the oxygen atom of the carboxyl group are trans to each other. Linus Pauling and Robert Curry are the scientists who found that peptide bonds are rigid and planar. Okay, hope you understood today's concept related with the peptide. In the exam, if they ask for write a note on peptide bond and briefly explain peptide bond, you can write this one. Okay, when you focus problem, you lose the good. When you focus on goal, you lose your problem. Think about this. I, Dr. Pratibha K, signing off for today. Stay tuned with me. Thank you for watching this video.